Spider-Man 2 PS5 will feature very cool new dialogue technology. Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is an upcoming action-adventure video game based on the Marvel Comics character of the same name, developed by Insomniac Games and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. It is the third overall entry in the Marvel's Spider-Man series, acting as a sequel to Marvel's Spider-Man 2018, as well as a direct continuation of events from its DLC expansion The City That Never Sleeps and the standalone spin-off Marvel's Spider-Man, Miles Morales, 2020. Ruskin teased the new tech during a livestream on Insomniac Games Twitch channel, via TwistedVoxel, focused on careers in programming. Fans have been speculating that Spider-Man 2 might feature RPG-like dialogue options or have more interactive, realistic conversations with NPCs. The new tech may also feature more realistic lip movements and facial expressions during dialogue. Insomniac Games is known for its creative and technical prowess, so we certainly can't wait to see what they're up to. The studio has kept its upcoming projects tightly under wraps, but we've been promised that Spider-Man 2 is on track to release later this year, so we're going to see something sooner rather than later unless Sony pulls another God of War Ragnarok with surprisingly minimal pre-release showcase. Rumor has it that Sony does have a major PlayStation showcase to coincide with E3 2023, but separate from the industry event. Perhaps we'll find out more about this very cool new dialogue technology then. Now let's talk about the announcement you probably weren't expecting, Marvel's Wolverine. Back when we were working on Marvel's Spider-Man, there would be times where all of us, Insomniac, Sony Interactive Entertainment, and Marvel, would brainstorm together about the future beyond the web-slinger. And even in those early discussions, Wolverine continually came up as the character we'd be really stoked to work on together. Fast forward a couple years and we're suddenly standing in front of Sony Interactive Entertainment and Marvel formally pitching a PlayStation 5 game starring the adamantium-clawed mutant. Since you just saw the announced teaser, we can confirm that the pitch seemed to go pretty well. Marvel's Wolverine is a standalone game being directed by Brian Horton, creative director, and Cameron Christian, game director, who recently led the creative efforts on Marvel's Spider-Man, Miles Morales, a game we're extremely proud of at Insomniac. In the vein of our Spider-Man games, our goal here is to not only respect the DNA of what makes the character so popular, but also look for opportunities to make it feel fresh and truly reflect the Insomniac spirit. Even though Marvel's Wolverine is very early in development, from what I've seen of its emotional narrative and cutting-edge gameplay, see what I did there, the team is already creating something truly special. That approach even applies when we work with those outside our studio, as it's been such a pleasure to collaborate with Marvel Games. Learning from and sharing with these true believers as we created games such as Marvel's Spider-Man and Marvel's Spider-Man, Miles Morales has been a career highlight for many of us. And what's so exciting is that our collaboration isn't ending anytime soon, as today we revealed not one, but two new Marvel titles coming from Insomniac Games, Marvel's Spider-Man 2 and Marvel's Wolverine. Let's start with the one most of you probably could have guessed, Marvel's Spider-Man 2. We're so thrilled to continue the journey of both Peter Parker and Miles Morales in their most epic single-player adventure yet, coming exclusively to PlayStation 5 consoles in 2023. While pushing the capabilities of the console will be very exciting, we're equally pumped to craft all new stories for Peter and Miles in this sequel. Just as in our previous Spider-Man games, we not only want to tell a great superhero story, but also deliver a compelling human story, one full of heart and humor that dives deep into the people behind the mask. Much of the development team that brought you Marvel's Spider-Man is returning to produce Marvel's Spider-Man 2, including Brian Intihar, creative director, and Ryan Smith, game director. Today's game footage trailer is merely just a glimpse at what's in store in terms of the new abilities our heroes will acquire, suits they will wear, more on that some other time, and the villains that will try to hunt them down. And speaking of villains, did you catch that final line at the end of the trailer? We're so happy to announce that Tony Todd, of Candyman fame, will be voicing the symbiote-fueled Venom in Marvel's Spider-Man 2. We're also delighted to welcome back Yuri Lowenthal and Nadji Jeter, who will reprise their roles as Peter and Miles, respectively. We've been fortunate to work with so many incredibly talented actors in our Spider-Man games, and Tony has been such a wonderful addition to the cast.